everyone, welcome to another episode of Journey to Greatness. My name is Kemi Asue. Today I am excited, privileged and delighted to be in the presence of a career celebrity, a guru-in-law, a father, a husband and a mentor to this generation. He is the chairman of Sterling Bank, the chairman of Nigeria Economic Summit Group, the director of Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority, and also a founding partner of Banwo and Ighodalo law firm. I introduce to you Mr. Asue Ighodalo. Okay, in your journey through life, sir, have you experienced failure or disappointment?
Of course. There's no human being, no matter how lucky or how privileged or how blessed by God, that goes through life that doesn't sometimes experience disappointment, failure, doing things in a way in which they could have been better done. That's life. And those experiences strengthen you, make you a stronger person, make you a better person. You learn from those experiences, like falling and getting up again. And when you're getting up, you get up stronger. Yeah, so there've been a number of experiences I've had that I wish I'd done things in a different way, or I wish I hadn't looked at things in a particular way. But yes, in spite of all those experiences, what I try to do is learn from those experiences and then make myself, or try to make myself, a better person. Sometimes I believe that, let me take this firm for instance, I believe that there have been times when my handling of some of my colleagues and my staff could have been done differently, could have been done better, so I could get a lot more out of them. One of the things in the world is the interaction with people, your handling of people. People can be difficult to manage, but if you're also a leader, you've got to learn how to best manage people. So I've had some letdowns from there, for instance. Some of it has been contributory by me. There are people that started work with us here who I wish were still with us, and I know that maybe if I handled it differently, they will still be with us. So there's been some disappointment there. There are those who were, there are a few who are just outright badly behaved. There are a few. So that has been some disappointment. There are people I've entrusted to do things in a particular way or to be part of the future of the firm who have let me down. There are those who maybe I let down, you know. So most of my disappointments have come from human interaction. I have been very lucky and I've been very blessed. And I wouldn't say I was born with a silver spoon. Both my parents were senior civil servants. You know, my mother was actually the first woman to be appointed permanent secretary in this country in 1968. So I've been very lucky and I've been privileged, but they were also very, very tough. They were, particularly my mother. My father, easygoing, you know, he kind of balanced my mother, but my mother was a very tough disciplinarian. So yeah, we were lucky. We grew up well. We grew up in plenty of love, and we didn't lack. But we also didn't have any excesses, you know. We're not permitted excesses, and my parents were very strict about that. I have many friends, very close friends, who in growing up probably were not as privileged as I, but who have done much better than I have. It depends on the person. You need to be determined. You need to be really determined. You need to be focused. You need to be very hardworking. I need to be smart working. You need to read widely. I need to, you know, you need to have faith in God and have trust in God and pray for guidance and be wise and learn from each mistake and learn from each lesson. Nigeria is wide open. It's a frontier. There's so many opportunities in Nigeria. So yes, my answer to your question is yes. You know, a young person who's determined, who's ready to learn and keep learning and keep working hard can rise to the very top. You know, it's wide open. It's like America of many years ago, not Trump's America, America of many years ago. You know, where you could come in with 1 cent and in 10, 20 years, you know, you've reached for the stars. So it's like that in Nigeria. I worry a lot today that young people act as if there is no hope. And I can understand the sentiments. There are many that work with me and who just walk into my office one day and say, you know, sir, I'm going off to Canada or to Australia or something. And I try to dissuade them, but I can understand where they're coming from, because many of them think that things are so difficult. They think they don't see any silver lining at the end, but I don't agree. I know we're going through tough times in the country. But, one of the things I have also learned is that tough times don't last. When there are tough times, you need to sit back and strategize for those tough times. People will tell me that it's easy for me to say that, but we've not always been this B&I. We started from scratch. When my founding partner, Femi Olubao, the first few weeks we started, we only used to read newspapers. We had no clients, we had no work, but we believed in God and we believed in our own abilities. And we went on knocking on doors, and we got breaks. People were good to us. A few people trusted us as young as we were and gave us breaks. And we just made sure we didn't disappoint every opportunity we had. To every break we had, we gave it our very best. We had this philosophy then of having a 24/7 law firm. That means we're available 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. It was unusual and incredible. So we had practically no life for a few years. The whole life was this law firm. When the child is born, the child is on the mother's back. Then the child learns to crawl, learns to walk, and then learns to run. You must go through some progression in life and some stages in life. That's a natural nature. So, yeah, you will always be scared, and it's good to be scared. You just don't let fear overwhelm you or paralyze you. Because once you are scared, then you ensure that you always continue doing things better and working hard, and doing things better and working hard. I have a friend of mine who's a very successful person, very rich, and he tells me till today that he has this fear of being poor. And I laugh at him, how? But it's true. So something must keep driving you. You don't let it own you, but it must propel you, So yes, there are times I have worried through when the early stages of the firm, even till today. We're considered to be one of the top law firms, but I keep telling my guys here that we must always reinvent ourselves, strategize, be better at what we do, be much better than the next person at what we do. That's the only way we can continue being considered to be one of the top law firms. So yes, you worry, you must worry. And when you stop worrying, then you have a problem. I believe if you give up on your dream, you die. Yeah, but if you have a dream, I remember I had another friend growing up who told me that, why do you want to be a lawyer? Let's just go and do business and make money. That didn't appeal to me. Making money for money's sake didn't appeal to me. What appealed to me was to be a lawyer, to build an institution, a law institution that will sustain over time, that will outlive me by years. When you go abroad to all these big law firms, they're 100 years old, 200 years old, 500 partners, 1,000 staff, Why can't we achieve it in Nigeria? In my younger days as a lawyer, I looked around, there was no real partnership. There was no real law firm that had sustained at the top for 20 years, that was structured in a way that you were sure that when the founder left, it would continue. So that was my dream, that was my ambition, regardless of opportunities to maybe do things that were less difficult, and make money in ways that were less difficult, but this was my own goal. And this was what I thought I had the passion for, which I know I had the passion for. So I went for it. And I wasn't going to let anything overtake me. I'd been told by my parents to keep striving, to keep working, to keep being ambitious and driving for what you thought you wanted to achieve. And that was it, and I didn't stop.
So, recently, you see when young Nigerians go to school to study a particular course, you can see lawyers, engineers going into business these days. People don't want to work hard, or will I say survive in the career industry anymore.
Let me first say something. Going into business is also hard work.
Yes.
There's no work that's not hard. But sometimes, you let's categorize things. Many of us, or many people, didn't have guidance in determining the work they will do or what their profession would be. People just stumble in on it. Okay, you're good in maths, so you do engineering, or you're good in history, so you do law. Things like that. People just stumbled on careers, People didn't have proper guidance. So sometimes when you've stumbled in one direction, as you grow up, You then discover what your passion is. So you gravitate towards your passion. So there are those people. And it's good for you to quickly understand your passion and gravitate towards your passion. Because I tell everybody that, you know, the best thing is to have a passion and let your passion be your profession. And then let it be such that you can earn enough from it to meet all your wants and your needs, you know, in a way that's reasonable. I think the older people also have a responsibility towards that, about the pressure of youths, you know, particularly parents, guardians, older brothers, older sisters. If you have a younger sibling or a child, you should pay attention to them. When you notice they're going into depressive moods, you should talk to them, mentor them, encourage them, you know. So, coming to your question, yes, we must all take risks. Sometimes the risks work, sometimes they don't work. When they don't work, you learn from the mistakes of it's not working, and then you take another risk. You know, all of us have different risk appetites. There are those who can bet everything they have. There are those who can bet a bit. There are those who can bet half, you know. But we must all take risks, because if you don't dare, you don't succeed. You must dare to succeed, especially when you're younger. You know, the older you get, the less appetite for risk you have. But when you're young, what do you have to lose? You make a mistake, you start again. You know, so I always encourage people to take risks. People should take risks, and that's how you build institutions, and that's how you build nations, you know. There's every area, and the Nigerian has the ability to be flexible, the ability, you know, you throw the Nigerian in any place in the world, they succeed. They're the best in what they do. Yeah, everywhere. Nigerians on Hollywood now. So there's so much opportunity. So there's no reason for any human being to give up. You know, just dust yourself up if you think you failed, if you think something has worked badly for you, sleep over it a bit, rest, then start again. Think, what can I do differently? How can I do it better? And you know, everybody in life is blessed by God and has grace, and everybody in life will always get a chance. When you get your chance, recognize it and make the best of it. Everybody. So keep improving yourself. One of the things I see is that people only see the end product. They see the rich man. They don't know what it took for the man or the woman to be the rich man. So, you know, everybody must look and move in their own lane and take each step. But work hard, work smart, be focused, do things well, be the best at what you do. There's no way you're going to be the best at what you do and become creative and improve what you do that you won't do well. There's no way. You will do well. So that's what I advise young. You know, a lot of young people just don't want to go through that stress and that process, you know, but you have to. It's life. I keep going back to the child. A child is born. You know, if a child is born today and that child starts eating a bar today and starts running, won't you run away from the child? Oh, that's how life is. So when a child is born today, that child will first,
the mother will run.
Yeah, the child will first sit on the mother's back or lie on the mother's back. Then the child learns to crawl. Then after crawling, it toddles. Then it walks. Then it starts speaking. Then it's a natural progression. Some children speak earlier than other children. Some children learn to walk earlier. That's all. That's what it is. But just follow your own path and just keep on reviewing. Keep on reviewing. Set milestones for yourselves. By the time I'm at a certain point, this is what I want to achieve. Sometimes you achieve it, sometimes you don't. But you just keep on at it, you know. And you know, the world is wide open. And there's so many opportunities. So my story to all the young people: be strong, have faith, have hope, do your best, work hard, read a lot, learn a lot, ask questions, and always, always take integrity to the top and trust in God and keep talking to God. God will talk to you. My name is Asue Ighodalo. I have been privileged, I have been lucky, I have been blessed by God, but I know that if I could have achieved the little I have, you also can do it. So stay focused, work hard, work smart, and have a high quotient of integrity and trust in God. But work hard and work smart and be honest. God bless you.